Stanford University, a bastion of academia and the alma mater of some of college football's most legendary figures, Elway, Luck, Sherman, and McCaffrey. And today, the Stanford Cardinal will try to live up to that legacy. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. And the Blue Devils will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said.
He's loose. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced. They'll
try the left side. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Blue Devils offense will try to get something started with their first possession. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys.
He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Brown will throw it. Got it set up on the outside. Continues to fight for yards. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Looking for space. It's Collins. The Blue Devils brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. He's got him this time. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They wrestle him down after he picks up 6 inside the 20 and down at the 18. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Going to the run, it's Collins. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Got it! And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Blue Devils. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to Clemson. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They get him down after he makes the catch.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Stanford lines up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for... Last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the 2nd play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Good timing on the quick out. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really 4-down territory now. Makes his connection. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. The aerial assault continues. This time he's got his man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man, it's Tuggle. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. And the Blue Devils are threatening on 1st and goal.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Duke.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the PAT makes it 14-6. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Brown will throw it. Got his man. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. A new set of downs after the completion. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this was one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches.
Off to the races to the right. The 30. He's at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Stanford!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So they chose to just go ahead and kick it, so they're still down by 1. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished with a bang, a 71-yard scoring strike. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the 2nd quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now, holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you could really get dangerous in this ball game.
Got his man on the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Finds the tight end. A pickup of 5, marks it at the 36-yard line. Looking to go up top on first down. He's going to take off. On the run, and he'll drive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Brown wants to pass. Getting some heat. And that pressure to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Leaves it with the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. On the return, it's Moore. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but
he wants to go deep. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On second down, he'll let it fly. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Duke. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The give to the lone running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Palo Alto. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
It's a nice gain, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional, and they're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Tuggle. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. Still on his feet at the 45. Running toward the tape. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
I mean, goodness gracious, you could have driven a semi-truck through that hole. Nobody touched him. This was an easy run. This is the easiest 40-plus yard run you will ever see.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to do.
Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams. Before taking the field, and these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He's going to let it go. And that one would have been picked off if he could have stayed in bounds, and the quarterback will live to tell about it. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. He's going to get loose. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. A first down for the offense. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Got room at the 35. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run. And the
just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. From the gun, running back on the move. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Brown will throw it. Got his man on the outside. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss. Taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Come on, set. They'll leave it with him. Nifty little dance step. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the grab on the left side. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. And the Blue Devils get enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. That's caught. It's Kramer. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Here we go. What great shape they will be in if they can punch in a touchdown on 4th and goal. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Brown wants to pass. Oh, picked off. He's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Get the ball back and put your offense in business.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense. Not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Devils. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Catch in the middle, it's Harris. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Back open in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Brown will throw it. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Coming after him. Makes the catch, he's got enough. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. This quarterback has to stay calm, cool, and collected and drive his team down for a score late in the 4th. Throws to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. To the air on 1st down. Throwing right. He caught it. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown. Still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Unloads it downfield. Got it. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Duke. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. This offense has a 2nd down play. Brown wants to pass. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Trying to get to him. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. Winning those individual 6-second battles every